Thanks for joining us. This is the SignatureTV News Update. I am Ifunanya Ilodianya. In the headlines, Minister of Women Affairs Pauline Talent says federal government is to distribute over 1,000 clean cooking stoves to women living in rural areas. Niger State raises alarm as Boko Haram forces parents to withdraw children from schools. Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Prince Clem Agba, says the federal government has spent more than 2.3 trillion naira as a stimulus package for COVID-19 pandemic. And now the details. The Minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Talent, says the federal government has promised to distribute over 1,000 clean cooking stoves to women living in rural areas to save them from the pollution arising from the use of firewood. She made this statement in Abuja on Tuesday at a 4-day training workshop on the adoption of clean cooking solutions for sustainable energy development organized by the Energy Commission of Nigeria in collaboration with Suez Global Resources Nigeria Limited. Signature TV's correspondent Blessing Adejo was at the event and now reports.
The Minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Talent, at the event said the lives of women and children are endangered due to climate change and pollution emanating from cooking with firewood. She added that the workshop seeks to train women who do not have the means of purchasing clean cook stove, teaching them how it is being used so as to train other women in rural communities.
You are fortunate to be among those that will be trained today. And I pray that when you are trained on how to use this clean cook stuff, you don't keep it to yourself. You keep training and educating more people. It's like train the trainers. You have to educate. That's why they said when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. Each one of you, after this training, you will go back and be an ambassador within your community. You will go back and ensure that you impart this knowledge so that the women within your community that are privileged or can afford to use these clean cook stuffs will be able to use it well in order for us to save more women from dying.
The Director General Energy Commission of Nigeria, Professor Elijide Bala, who was represented by Hajiya Hajara Jegele, Director Reforms Coordination and Service Improvement, said the importance of women in our society cannot be overemphasized, and that the initiative will assist women to meet energy demands. She advised participants to take the training seriously and see this as an opportunity to become entrepreneurs.
Without the woman, there is no nation. Without the woman, there is no hope. Without the woman, there is no development. So that's why Energy Commission has taken it upon ourselves to continue to channel development through the Nigerian woman. We want to continue to use our initiatives and the guidelines that are set by government for our establishment to continue to promote the Nigerian woman, where energy conservation is required.
While delivering his speech, the Director Energy Training and Manpower Development Energy Commission of Nigeria, Abdulkarim Aliyu, said due to climate change in the environment, the Energy Commission has decided to train women on how to use efficient, clean cooking stove in their environment due to low economy. He also appealed to well-meaning Nigerians to collaborate with Energy Commission and the federal government for the betterment of Nigerians.
Energy Commission with Suez Global come together that, okay, what are the solutions? Let us start with rural women. So what they do for rural women, because mostly access to energy is an issue, access to energy. And rural women use mostly traditional fuel, which is fuel wood. So now, for us to at least to minimize the effect on forests. So that's what brings the idea about killing cooking stove. So, and that's why we're training the women so that they can adopt to it, because at the end of the day, most of the activity ends with them.
The 4-day gender sensitization training workshop on clean cooking solution is aimed at building capacity in rural women who bear the consequences of poor energy access, and was organized by the Energy Commission of Nigeria in conjunction with Sores Global Resource Nigeria Limited. In Abuja, Blessing Adejo for Signature TV.
Insurgents in Shiroro local government area of Niger State have been forcing parents to withdraw their children from schools and flouting government orders. On the other hand, bandits have resorted to burning of farm produce in the communities because farmers reportedly refuse to pay the tax imposed on them. The Secretary to the state government, Ahmed Ibrahim Matane, said this on Tuesday while giving a security update in Minna, the state's capital. Matane said Bogu local government area sharing borders with the Benin Republic had also come under the activities of the Islamic State West Africa province, ISWAP, particularly around Babana. He noted that the security challenges were more in 6 local government areas of Munya, Shiroro, Rafi, Mariga, as well as some parts of Nshegu and Lapai, sharing borders with other states. He decried inadequate police personnel in the states, saying less than 8,000 police personnel were manning the states, making quick response difficult whenever there were attacks. He said the state has kept up with security responses to ensure that the bandits did not establish any permanent camps in the states, and called for continuous support of the federal government to be able to deal with the situation. The Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Prince Clem Agba, says the federal government spent more than 2.3 trillion naira as a stimulus package to cushion the effects of COVID-19 pandemic. Agba said this on Tuesday at a 3-day 4th National Treasury Workshop with the theme COVID-19 and the Global Economy, Implications on Nigeria's National Treasury, organized by the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, which held in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital. He said the fiscal and monetary policies were support to states, businesses, households and individuals through grants, tax relief, payroll support, tariff reduction, and direct support to the health sector. According to the minister, the real sector interventions were focused on mass agriculture, mass housing, public works, off-grid solar power installation, and support to small businesses. The state governor, Emmanuel Udom, who was represented by his deputy Moses Ekbo, said that the state government has started implementing some of the committee's recommendations, such as the applications of ICT and other tools of technology to stimulate entrepreneurial drives amongst the people. Also, the Accountant General of the Federation, Alhaji Ahmed Idris, said that the workshop would provide financial shock absorber to the governments on how to manage any pandemic-induced financial challenges. The Federal Capital Territory Administration on Tuesday demolished illegal buildings obstructing road construction leading to the Kukwabatu train station in Karumanjigi. The Senior Special Assistant designated to the FCT Minister on Monitoring, Inspection and Enforcement, Ikaru Ata, who led the exercise, stated that the Kukwaba station had been completed long ago and ready for use, adding that the occupants of the illegal structure had refused to vacate the area. Warning residents, he said, all illegal structures standing in the way of the project would be demolished at the owner's loss. He said houses wrongly built on road corridors would be cleared. In business, Nigerian Air Traffic Controllers Association, NATCA, has announced the suspension of its planned strike and any other action for the next 2 weeks. The group in a statement on Wednesday said the decision was taken after a meeting with the Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, NAMA, where it was agreed that a 4-man follow-up and implementation group be submitted by NATCA to work with the management team in looking into their demands. NATCA had earlier on Tuesday lamented poor working conditions and threatened industrial action following the death of their colleague Anyekan Efiok Inuk at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. The group said they had lost 9 members on active service due to stress-related health complications, which seem to be associated with poor working conditions and inadequate staffing. They announced the commencement of 3 hours flow control for 2 days, affecting flight operations in the country. On the foreign scene, Sweden's parliament on Wednesday elected Social Democratic Party leader and current finance minister Magdalena Andersson as the country's first woman prime minister after she clinched a last-minute deal securing key supports. Andersson will succeed outgoing Prime Minister Stefan Löfven after a total of 117 members of the parliament voted for her, while 57 abstained, 174 voted against, and 1 was absent. Under Sweden's system, a prime ministerial candidate does not need the support of majority in parliament. They just need to not have a majority of 175 votes against them. The 54-year-old who took over as leader of the Social Democrats earlier this month reached a deal with the Left Party late on Tuesday to raise pensions in exchange for its backing in Wednesday's votes. She had previously received the support of the Social Democrats' coalition partners, the Greens, as well as the Centre Party. However, Andersson faced her first setback even before election on Wednesday. The Centre Party announced that while it would not oppose Andersson in the vote for Prime Minister, it would withdraw its support for the government's budget to be voted on later Wednesday due to concessions made to the left. Andersson will formally take over her functions and present her government on Friday. Chelsea booked their place in the Champions League last 16 as Trevor Chalaba's controversial goal put the holders on course for an impetuous 4-0 win of Juventus on Tuesday. Thomas Tuchel's side took the lead when Antonio Rodriguez's handball went unpunished in the build-up to Chalaba's first half openers at Stamford Bridge. Juventus never recovered from the blow as Reece James, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Timo Werner struck after halftime to send Chelsea to the top of Group H. Chelsea is above Juventus on goal difference and will guarantee a first-place finish if they win at Zenit St. Petersburg in their last group fixtures on December 8th. It was another commanding display from Chelsea, who are unbeaten in 10 games in all competitions since losing 1-0 at Juventus in September. Before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. Minister of Women Affairs Pauline Talent says federal government is to distribute over 1,000 clean cooking stoves to women living in rural areas. Niger State raises alarm as Boko Haram forces parents to withdraw children from schools. Minister of State for Budget and National Planning Prince Clem Agba says the federal government has spent more than 2.3 trillion naira as a stimulus package for COVID-19 pandemic. Safety and security begins with you. Be patriotic. Report any suspicious activity to law enforcement agencies. Please stay safe. And that's the Signature TV News Updates. On behalf of my producer, Nasir Usman, I am Ifunanya Ilodianya. Thanks for watching.